Hi and welcome to Star Conflict Tutorials. In this episode, a review of basic passive modifications for your ship, tips and tricks. Your ship in Star Conflict is more than just a metal hull. You as a player can modify it, installing various new modules on it, as long as there is a suitable slot for one. For that specific purpose, there are 5 kind of slots available: engine, capacitor, shield, hull, and CPU. Each ship has various configurations of these slots. You should approach module configuration seriously, since each is worth a lot of credits and can further be improved with Iridium and faction loyalty points. The current level of a module is displayed through its color. Common level is white, going all the way up to very rare violet, and the most expensive and highest level, orange. If you want to view other modifications, mouse over and click Upgrade. Each module can be upgraded individually, but if you have several of the same modules installed on various ships, you can swap them between ships to save money. Just left-click the module slot and you will see a small triangle in the left bottom corner. This will show you all similar modules you own. This is useful if you want to switch to another ship without having to level up identical module all over again. Outside the set upgrades for each ship, Star Conflict allows you to train ship crew using neural implants. We will look into these in a separate episode later. For now, let's just say that implants have similar effects and can improve one of your ship's strong traits and negate some of the weak sides as well. Here are a couple of basic guidelines for you. First, if your ship has a certain evident strong side, you must upgrade that particular trait first. In any case, never install any mods that can potentially hinder that particular strong trait. Second, nevertheless, you must always keep the stats of your ship balanced. Even the fastest ship must be able to survive at least some hits, while even the toughest ship must be able to maneuver about somehow. So, by improving the already strong traits, do not completely ignore the weak sides of it. 3. Defense first, offense later. The ability to absorb punishment and avoid hits is more important than dishing out the damage back at your enemy. Being a glass cannon in Star Conflict is not very fun. Remember that implants also have levels. If your own level is too low, then even the mightiest implant will simply not work. Now, let's take a closer look at various passive modules for each class of ship, starting with engine mods. All the fast ships must pay special attention to their maneuverability first and speed second, because speed can be easily improved with implants, skills, artifacts, premium boosters, and modules, which your maneuverability can only be improved with engine mods and crew implants. Interceptors and fighters will seriously benefit from Vernier engines, module that is unlocked at level 4. This mod will improve your ship rotation speed, helping you keep your enemy in crosshairs and using evasive maneuvers more effectively. Remember what we talked about in one of our previous tutorials? First level novice pilots have access to a similar module called Collision Compensator. It protects you from ram hits and improves your ship's banking and strafing. If you prefer long-range combat, then Shared Cooler and Inertial Stabilizer will help you get the best out of your cover. You can also upgrade your capacitor. The capacitor is responsible for how much energy you have and how fast it can be regenerated in battle. That's the very same energy that is used for afterburners and combat modules. Ideally, you should want your energy to replenish faster than it is spent using afterburners. Then, you will be able to use those afterburners indefinitely. You can reduce your energy consumption by installing an implant called Predator and increase energy regeneration with Voltage Regulator. The most benefit from the capacitor mods will be felt if you play support fighters and engineers. The fighter's diffusion shield skill is directly related to amount of energy you have, while modules such as Leak Stabilizer and Multi-Phase Generator will make your shield stronger. Engineers can use these to restore more hull and shield points for their allies. Faster ships will really enjoy having Power Unit Conduit. This mod trades some energy reserve in exchange for higher max speed. Frigates got their exclusive mod called Acceleration Coils that is used to improve weapon projectile speed. If you care little for energy regeneration, you should take a look at Pulse Discharger and Capacitor Power Relay. These mods will reduce your energy regeneration, but in exchange for a higher damage from main guns and improved shield regeneration respectively. These will be especially handy for people preferring stationary combat. The module called Emergency Barrier is especially useful in game. If your hull integrity reaches a critical point, this module activates an emergency shield. The shield will give you an extra second needed to reload, engage invisibility, or take a defensive maneuver, which is extremely useful for interceptors and fighters, given how almost every esports player takes this mod with them on a tournament. 1 second is in fact a huge tactical advantage in combat. Not to mention that this mod can also be your insurance against a critical hit that can destroy even a brand new ship in one well-placed shot. Hull and shield modes have similar functions. They fine-tune your ship's resistance to damage. As you probably remember from our previous tutorial, Star Conflict has 3 types of damage: kinetic, electromagnetic, and thermal. There are at least one module for protection against each type of damage, available as both shield and hull mods. The Empire ships should go for hull mods, while Jericho should invest in shield mods. Don't forget about the weak traits of your ship and factions either. Reinforced beams and auxiliary shield projector will increase general toughness of your hull and shield, while galvanized armor can improve your resistance to all types of damage by sacrificing some of your steering ability. The fighters have their own exclusive shield module called Energy Recuperation System that converts some of the damage into energy. The Empire's Command Fighter will do well to equip Compact Shield Generator, which increases energy reserve at a cost of shield capacity. Whereas Jericho's fighter should go for passive armor to increase energy regeneration in exchange for hull toughness. Now, interceptors and fighters of the Federation should increase their damage resistance and passive armor for added energy regeneration, but their main modules still are Regenerative Coating and Adaptive Shield. The former module spends surplus energy on automatic repair of your hull, while the latter increases your resistance to all damage types when the ship is at maximum speed though. Be aware that if your opponent uses a skill that slows you down, then this module will become useless. So this module is best combined with Armadillo 2. If your shield and hull level allows, then interceptor pilots can install a submatter shield, lightweight hull, and passive armor. The first module of the list decreases your resistance to all types of damage in exchange for better maximum speed. The second module increases your max speed at a cost of hull toughness. Passive armor is also good for fighters and engineers if you balance it out with modules that provide additional protection. Long-range ships should seriously consider installing an armor-plated hull, galvanized armor, and shield projection splitter in their shield slot. The first module increases hull toughness in exchange for maximum speed. The second boosts your hull's resistance to all types of damage by trading some of your steering, while last will upgrade your maximum shield capacity at a cost of ship acceleration. Finally, if you play Jericho's ships, take a look at improved missile pylons designed to increase your missile reload speed. Other factions will benefit much less from this module, to be honest. The last slot for modifications is computer mods. Their functions are closely tied with gunpowder, critical damage, as well as target detection, acquisition, and engagement range. If you play a fast but weak ship, you will need Proton Wall. This module blocks the stasis skill, which is so favored by electronic warfare ships. The skill temporarily disables the enemy's ability to maneuver, making him go in a straight line, thus turning the ship into an easy target. A high-level stasis can work up to 4 seconds, but Proton Wall will reduce the harmful effect of this skill, or any other skill for that matter, almost in half. Now, if you need your wall to be even more useful, you should upgrade your crew with FCS M1 and Geiger's 3 neural implants. FCS will reduce the length of all negative effects by 23%, while Geiger's 3 will neutralize all harmful effects and make your ship immune to any other such effects for 7 seconds after your first shield failure. EC interceptors and fighters can greatly benefit from an overclocked processor. It improves target acquisition, which is paramount for use of all active skills. The same effect, albeit weaker, is offered by a crew implant called Oculus. Long-range ships should go for Horizon Module, Electronic Guidance, and Enhanced Scanner. The first increases optimal and maximum shooting distance, the second decreases shot spread, while third improves target detection range and critical hit chance. Well, these are the basics of the most important passive modules, but the game has so many more modules in fact, so we will have to return to this topic later and take a look at different setups in detail at a different time. In our next episode, we will talk about guns and ammo. Don't miss it. See you on the next episode of Star Conflict Tutorials.